What if I told you your bank doesn't store money? It makes it? The dollars in your account were typed into existence the moment someone signed a loan. That system was built to grow debt, not wealth, and every day you feed it. In the next minutes, I'll show you the hidden rules the wealthy use to bend that system to their will. Stay with me, because the last secret will make everything you trust about money suddenly fragile. It all starts with the greatest trick banks ever pulled, convincing you that money is something they have instead of something they create. Imagine this. You walk into a bank and deposit $10,000. The next morning, most of your money is already gone, not stolen, not spent, but multiplied into thin air and handed to someone you've never met. That stranger is now in debt, and you're still under the illusion that your full $10,000 is sitting safely in your account. Welcome to the first trick of modern banking, where your savings are just the first domino in a chain of invisible IOUs. In the next few minutes, I'm going to show you exactly how your money is turned into someone else's debt the moment it enters the banking system, and why the system is designed so that debt can never truly be paid off. It's called fractional reserve banking. Let's say you deposit $10,000 into your account. The bank is only required to keep a small fraction of that, sometimes as little as 0% in certain jurisdictions, and is free to loan out the rest. But here's the catch. When they loan it, they're not handing over your actual cash. They're typing numbers into another account, creating brand new money that didn't exist the moment before. That loan becomes someone else's deposit, which the bank can use again to create yet more loans. It's a chain reaction. Every new loan means more money in circulation, but also more debt in the system. And this isn't rare or shady. It's the core operating system of modern finance. The hard truth is, your local bank isn't the one calling all the shots. Behind the scenes, there's a powerful, shadowy network controlling how much money can be created and who gets access to it first. This hidden system isn't just about banks lending money. It's about who really runs the financial world. The real power lies in a hidden network, a web of secret organizations, international groups, and financial institutions that operate above the banks you know. They decide which banks survive, who gets rescued during crises, and who gets left to fail. This shadow system is invisible to most, but it controls trillions, and it's been quietly shaping the world economy for decades. Institutions like the Bank for International Settlements, the International Monetary Fund, and secretive clearinghouses pull the strings behind the scenes. But here's the twist. This shadow system isn't just about money and power. They also control the flow of information, influence governments, and decide when to tighten or loosen the reins on the economy. And when things get too risky, they have secret tools to shift the consequences away from themselves and onto the public without anyone noticing. We'll explore those tools soon, but first, you need to see how billions vanish into places no government dares to touch. At the heart of this shadow system is the Bank for International Settlements, often called the central bank of central banks. It's not a bank you can visit. It operates quietly behind closed doors, coordinating policies and money flows between the world's most powerful financial institutions. Alongside it, the International Monetary Fund steps in during crises, handing out loans with strings attached that reshape entire economies. Clearinghouses and secret networks handle trillions daily, ensuring the system runs smoothly, but only for those who control it. Just look at the 2008 financial crisis. Lehman Brothers was allowed to fail, but many other giant banks were saved with billions in bailouts, a clear signal of who holds the power and who doesn't. This hidden web decides who survives financial storms and who gets swept away, making it clear the game isn't fair, and you're not in it. But when the heat turns up and the system's players need a safe place to stash their fortunes, they don't turn to banks or governments. Instead, they vanish into a world of offshore havens, secretive islands, and hidden accounts where trillions disappear from sight. You've heard of the Panama Papers, a leak that exposed secret accounts hiding billions, but that was just the tip of the iceberg. Behind closed doors, the ultra-wealthy stash trillions in offshore havens, Invisible islands and shadow companies designed to keep their money safe from taxes, lawsuits, and public scrutiny. These secret vaults exist beyond the reach of most governments, and they're a key reason why the richest keep getting richer while the rest of us struggle. In this chapter, you'll learn how offshore havens work, the secret islands, shell companies, and trusts where fortunes vanish from the public eye. I'll explain why governments struggle to shut them down and how corporations and wealthy families use these setups to dodge taxes and hide assets. From the Panama Papers leak exposing big names like Mossack Fonseca to the Paradise Papers revealing offshore holdings of tech giants and billionaires, you'll see how this shadow economy operates in plain sight. Offshore havens aren't just exotic islands with palm trees. They're complex networks of shell companies, trusts, and secret accounts designed to hide money from taxes and legal scrutiny. Take the Panama Papers leak in 2016, which exposed Mossack Fonseca, a law firm that helped politicians, celebrities, and corporations move billions offshore. Then there's the Paradise Papers, revealing that companies like Apple, Nike, and Facebook use offshore structures to slash their tax bills. Even some of the richest families in the world hide fortunes through these havens, keeping their wealth safe from estate taxes and legal claims. Governments try to crack down, but these havens operate in secrecy, protected by complex laws and political influence, making them the ultimate safe deposit boxes for the elite. But hiding money offshore is just the beginning. When the ultra-wealthy pass their fortunes to the next generation, they don't leave it to chance. Instead, they use carefully engineered estate tax traps, legal structures so complex and airtight that they make sure billions never leave their family's control. You might think death is the great equalizer, that when someone passes, their wealth is taxed and the playing field evens out. But for the ultra-rich, death is just another opportunity to dodge taxes and protect their fortune. Using trusts, foundations, and clever legal structures, they keep their wealth locked away, out of reach from governments, heirs, and even lawsuits. One of the most powerful tools the wealthy use is the trust, a legal arrangement where assets are held by a trustee for the benefit of heirs. Add in strategies like gifting assets before death or setting up shell companies, and you get a maze designed to keep money moving within the family while staying hidden from tax authorities. Meanwhile, everyday people face high inheritance taxes and complicated regulations, a system engineered to protect the ultra-rich, not level the playing field. You've made it this far. Clearly you want to know the truth. Just saying, clicking that subscribe button might be the smartest move you make today. But it's not just about hiding wealth, it's about multiplying it. The ultra-rich don't just protect their money, they use it like a weapon, through a powerful financial tool called leverage. Imagine borrowing money to buy a house, a business, or even a country, and using that borrowed money to multiply your wealth exponentially. That's leverage, a tool that can turn a small investment into a fortune or destroy everything in a heartbeat. The ultra-rich wield leverage like a scalpel, but while they know how to use it to cut their risks and maximize profits, most people only see the downside when it's too late. Leverage works by borrowing money to increase the potential return on investment. Take private equity firms, for example. They buy companies using large amounts of borrowed cash, then restructure and sell them for huge profits. But these companies don't just operate with that debt quietly on the side. They often carry massive debt loads, making them vulnerable to collapse if cash flow dries up. When it works, the owners make billions. When it fails, workers lose jobs and investors lose money. This two-edged nature makes leverage both a tool for massive wealth and a source of risk most people never see coming. Behind the shiny logos and corporate success stories, many companies are secretly drowning in debt. Private equity firms load these businesses with massive loans, turning them into cash machines that pay interest to the owners, while the companies themselves struggle to survive. These debt slaves generate huge profits for investors, but often at the cost of layoffs, asset stripping, and long-term instability. Now we reveal how this ruthless financial strategy keeps the rich richer, while the rest suffer the consequences. Private equity firms buy companies not with cash, but with borrowed money, loading them up with debt. These companies then become cash cows, funneling interest payments to the owners while struggling to stay afloat. For example, the retail giant Toys R Us was burdened with massive debt after a private equity takeover, forcing them to sell inventory and close stores to cover interest payments. Similarly, Hertz, the car rental company, took on huge loans under private equity ownership and had to sell off fleets and cut costs just to survive. Meanwhile, investors rake in huge profits, all while these companies face increased risks of bankruptcy. This financial squeeze is hidden from the public eye, but it's a key reason why many familiar brands seem fragile despite their size. But while money flows in these private deals, information is the real currency, and it's never free. The ultra-wealthy don't just hoard cash, they buy access to the right knowledge, insights, and secrets. Imagine a world where the most valuable asset isn't gold or oil, it's information. But this information doesn't come free. Instead, access to critical data, insider insights, and market secrets is rented out to those who can pay the price. The ultra-wealthy and powerful buy access to this hidden knowledge, using it to stay ahead and multiply their fortunes, while the rest of us are left in the dark. I'll show you how this rented knowledge shapes markets, influences policies, and creates advantages that most people never see. And you'll understand why having the right information at the right time is more valuable than money itself. The truth is, critical information is a commodity traded behind closed doors. Hedge funds pay millions for real-time market data that can move billions in seconds. Corporations buy exclusive reports to outmaneuver competitors. Even governments trade intelligence to protect their interests. This rented information creates an uneven playing field, ensuring the powerful stay one step ahead, while most people only see the scraps left behind. But the information you think is free online or in the news is often just a glimpse, a carefully curated fragment. The real game-changing data is locked behind paywalls and hidden meetings, and when leaks happen, powerful players scramble to control the damage and keep their secrets safe. The ultra-rich don't play to win, they play so they can't lose. They don't just compete within the system, they own the system. They control the debt, the assets, and the flow of information that runs the world's financial engine. Every law, every loophole, every rule is bent or built in their favor, so the game is rigged before it even starts. Now you know what they never wanted you to see. That knowledge is your first weapon, the key to breaking free from a system designed to keep you behind. The question is, what will you do with it? What hidden truth should we explore next? Let me know below.